Hello and welcome to this uplifting and energizing yoga flow. We're going to start in a seated position, cross-legged or kneeling. Take a moment to ground yourself. Bring your palms together. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a big sigh. And you can release your arms onto your laps, palms facing up to receive energy. Find length through the spine. Feel your sit bones rooted down into the ground. And then as you inhale, feel the crown of your head reach up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, feel the belly expand. And exhale, soften through the shoulders. One more breath. Long exhale. And start to reach your hands forward, walking yourself into your first downward facing dog, pedaling out through the legs, one leg at a time, moving with the breath. And then come to find stillness. We're going to bring a bend into both knees and then extend. Bending the knees, draw them nice and close to the chest. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Inhale, lengthen. And then start to float the right leg high. Bending the knee, open the hip. And then reach that foot forward. We're going to rise up, high lunge. Breathing in. And then planting your hands down, frame your front foot, step it back to find your plank. Drop the knees, exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, lifting, cobra. Exhale, send it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, start to float up your left leg. And then exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. And then placing that foot between the hands, inhale to rise, high lunge. Open the chest and shoulders. And then exhale, frame your front foot, step it back, find your plank. Optional vinyasa with the knees lifted, going into upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Nice big circle here with that leg. And then from here, lengthen the leg, but keep the hips open. And then square through the hips. Place the foot between the hands. Inhale to rise, high lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, nice wide stance. Lifting up your insteps, lifting up through the core. Soft shoulders. Circle the arms around, frame the front leg, step it back, find plank. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, lifting up, upward facing dog, sorry. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, keep the shoulders nice and square. Create a nice big circle with that left knee. Inhale to re-extend. Draw the knee towards the nose. Plant the foot and then inhale to rise, high lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. And then from here, bring that back arm round. Frame the front leg. Step it back, find plank, squeeze the thighs, lower the chest, exhaling. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in to arrive. Exhale. Inhale, floating up your right leg. Exhale to bend the knee, open the hip. Again, a nice big circle here with that knee. Re-extend, close your hips. Place the foot between the hands. And then we're going to come into a twisted high lunge. That the right arm is going to come around to your low back or your thigh, and then the left arm is going to reach up and over. It's like a twisted back bend. If you want to, you can lower that knee a little bit lower down. And then coming around, warrior two. Again, soft shoulders, lifting up the insteps. And then coming into your Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. You can bring your right forearm to your thigh here if that's a better variation. You can always use blocks as well. And then bring that top arm round, back to warrior two. Lengthen the front leg, reverse warrior. We're going to circle all the way around here to come into a wide leg forward fold on the long edge of the mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale to fold. And then turn the toes out, heels in, coming into your goddess pose. If it feels good, then maybe you sway gently left to right. Breathing in. I like to do a little bit of a bounce, just flowing with the breath. And then coming into a high lunge, so pivoting onto the ball of your back foot. Arms reach high, bring the hands together in prayer center, and then coming into your twisted lunge. Now you can keep that back knee lifted or you can drop it down, your choice. From here, frame the front foot, dropping that back knee. And we're going to come into our splits practice. So if it feels a little bit too early in the practice, then you don't need to go too far. We're going to do a little ripple here with the spine. So forward fold over that front leg, and then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, open through the chest and shoulders. Exhale, fold. We're flexing that front foot. Now I'm going to go down into a deeper version of splits. Otherwise, if you want to stay where you are and just keep working on those hamstrings and stay there, I'm demonstrating an option with the block. So if you're working with a slightly deeper variation, just come to whichever position feels good in your body right now. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, feel the chest and shoulders lift. And then draw that front leg back to half splits. Lengthen through the back leg. Sweep your right leg to three-legged dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Rolling forward to find your plank. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in to arrive. Lifting up that left leg. And then exhale, bending that knee. Open the hips, keep the shoulders nice and square. Create a nice big circle with that knee. Find your split dog. Re-extend, beautiful, and then placing that foot between the hands. Inhale, rising up, twisted lunge. Bring that left hand to your low back or your thigh. Reaching the right arm high, bring a bend to that back leg. Leaning back, find a twist. Breathing in. And then warrior two, open your arms, widen your stance. Just going to turn myself around to the front. Strong fingertips, and your gaze is just beyond that front middle finger. From here, extended side angle. Again, you can bring your elbow onto your thigh. You want to feel that shoulder leaning back. Gaze towards the elbow crease. And then coming back to warrior two. Lengthen through the front leg, reverse the warrior, gently resting onto your back leg, and then turning round, back to the long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink the chest back down, forward fold. Turn the toes out, heels in, come back into that goddess pose. Feel the thighs working as you draw your knees away. And then from here, we're going to bring our palms down to the inner thighs, hinge the chest forward, and then lengthen the arms, alternating, pointing each shoulder down towards the ground. Come back to goddess, lift up the chest and shoulders, and then we pivot round, coming into high lunge. Beautiful. Left leg forward. And then from here, twisted high lunge, right elbow to the outside edge of the thigh. You can drop your back knee here again, or you can keep it lifted, lean back, breathe in. And then frame the front leg, drop your back knee down, lengthen through the left leg, and then flex those toes towards the ceiling. We're going to go for a little forward fold, round through the spine, and then ripple to lengthen, lift the chest and shoulders, exhale down. Inhale to lift, exhale down. Last one, breathe in, lengthen, exhale, fold. Now, I'm going to go for a slightly deeper variation of splits. Just come to where it feels comfortable, where you're feeling a healthy stretch. It's not too much. Take a deep breath in. And then start to work your way out of your split pose, coming out through half splits, and then re-bend into that front leg. Lift your back knee, float your left leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forward to find plank. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Exhaling. And then start to travel forward to the front of the mat. We're going to turn our toes out to the side and make the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance, coming down to your yogi squat position, Malasana. You can always place a block under your sit bones here. Otherwise, bring the elbows on the inside edge, hands come together in prayer center. And then slowly work your way up to standing, reaching the fingers up to the sky. Wiggle the feet together, and then hands come down, prayer center. And then we're going to come into chair pose. So from here, swing the arms back and then reach them forward, sit the hips back. Place all your weight into your right leg, start to lift your left knee and place that left ankle onto your right thigh for standing pigeon. Hands come to prayer. Now you can stay here or you can bend a little bit deeper into the legs. By all means, if you have a flying pigeon, you're welcome to go into that. Otherwise, just hinging the chest forward. One more breath. And then lifting that knee into the chest. Float it back. Virabhadrasana 3. We're going to do 3 little pulses with the standing leg. For 1, for 2, for 3, and then come to stand. Both legs together. Chair pose. Breathing in. Lifting up that right knee. Bring the ankle onto the thigh. Hands to prayer. Same as the other side. If you want to hinge forward, if you want to go for flying pigeon. Take a deep breath in. And then come back up to standing. Send it back. Virabhadrasana 3. Pulsing with the standing leg for 1, for 2, for 3. And then come back up to standing. Feet go back to mat width distance, turning the toes out. We're going to come back down to Malasana. Hands on the inside edges, really nice. Find length through the spine. And we're going to reach the fingers forward and almost counterbalance so that we can slowly bring our tailbone down to the ground. Nice little transition. Don't worry if you can't do that just yet. Come into Navasana. You can hold on to your thighs here for a modified variation. And then from here, rolling down nice and slowly. All the way down to the ground. And then extend the arms, extend the legs. Let the knees and ankles roll out to the side. Palms facing the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. Make the Shavasana as long as you need. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.